Somebody called me a Muppet. Why would they call me a Muppet? Quit screwing around down there. You're moving your hand all wrong and stuff. I'm saying all the wrong stuff. Move your hand over to the left a little bit. Will you quit complaining up there? I mean, I'm doing the best I can. So welcome back to Natural Incline Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about an alternative to bend over rowing. Now, not everybody can bend over row, not everybody can use their lower back, just because sometimes people have injuries and stuff. And recently a guy named Chris Darling sent me a bunch of messages, a lot of messages. Chris, you send a ton of messages. But anyway, he sent a message about what he should do about bent over dumbbell rows because he can't use his lower back because he's got some lower back issues and things going on. So what should he do instead in order to still get some upper back training in? Specifically around the rowing movement. Well, this is a simple movement that a lot of you guys have probably used, but I'll just go over a couple of the basics when it comes down to the bent over dumbbell row and the alternative to the bent over dumbbell row. And what I usually use is an incline bench. And sometimes if I just want to give my lower back a break, I'll do the incline bench type bent over row. And a common mistake that a lot of people make when it comes down to bent over rows and when they try to do them on a bench of some sort is that they lay totally flat. Now, it's not like this is a problem if you want to work the rear delts or the rhomboids or whatever. You will get some back work from this, but you won't get a lot of lat work, right? So if you want to get lat work, then you want to basically do the bent over dumbbell row on an incline because then that encourages the arm to go like this when you're rowing instead of like this. Seriously, it is crazy how many people do not get this concept. They think that just pulling back like this is naturally training back or the majority of the lat and getting all the work. Just like, I have arguments with guys in the comments about lat pull downs. They think that you have to lock out to the top and then you have to bring the bar all the way down to the chest, even if you have to internally rotate and it's a straight up and down movement. No, the lat is not a straight up and down movement. The lat is the elbows in and then pulling in an arc. That's the lat. So this is why a lot of guys are walking around with no lats. I mean, they got the back development of a 12-year-old boy and they're still going around the internet criticizing everybody else that doesn't train back the same way they do. So that rant aside, the lats pull in an arc. They basically pull those hands down like this. That's one of the things that the lats do, along with some other muscles that assist with that. But they do internal rotation as well. So it does help to have an arc when it comes down to lifting, and to mimic this, you bent over row on an incline, or when you bent over row, you don't put yourself perpendicular to the floor. You are on a slight incline, or 30 degrees, 45, just depends on the person, depends on how your joints are built and everything like that. Will depend on what angle you should be at. So you'll have to experiment around with this. So here's how I do it. I usually set up the seat like this. It's about a 30-degree incline, something like that. Some people, they want to set it up in a higher incline, but I find the 30 degree is a good place to start. And hey, Russ, a guy I know from the gym, he basically started doing bent over rows on incline because he was dealing with some lower back issues at the time. And he found that, he basically shared with me, he goes, you really noticed that an incline was much better than a flat, whereas before he was doing it on a flat bench. So yeah, flat bench can be good for other reasons, but if you want to hit that lat, definitely the incline. And if you're hearing cars go by, that's just because I'm in my garage, as you know, obviously, and it's just raining outside. So it's not like somebody's taking a pee outside. So if you guys think somebody's peeing outside, that's not what's happening. It's raining, lots of water. That's why I'm filming inside today. So there you go. So yeah, let's show you here how I row. Now I'm just doing this for teaching purposes. I'm not going to be using my normal work weight or anything because I want to crush my microphone. But here we go. I just lay into the rack like this and then roll back to the hips, right? A lot of people, their tendency is to do this. That's if you want to work rear delts. But if you want to work those lats and a bigger majority of the meat in the back, you pull back like this. Now, sometimes I find going a little bit lower works fine. So sometimes I find going a little bit lower on the bench actually works fine for me. I don't need to be as high as a 30-degree angle. So again, you can experiment with this. Yeah, this is better. Now the nice part about doing movements like this is that nothing else is hitting failure except for those rear delts in the back, because you will get some rear delt in this. So I'll give you another angle here. I just set up the shot. You can't see the bike in the background, right? There's no bike there, right? You can't see my wife's bike. You can't see it? Good, okay. It's not my bike, okay? It's not my bike. So here we go, another angle. Sometimes you have to experiment with how high to do the pad too, so you can actually reach the dumbbells to get them into position. Otherwise, you can prop them up on a bench and then lean down as you go. The shoulder blades do roll forward a bit. You keep the arms slightly bent and then pull back. So you do get that shoulder blade movement, right? They spread apart and then they contract. It's like sticking your chest into the pad. This feels good. See, now I'll move up in weight, and yeah, there you go. So that's how I do the bent over dumbbell row on the incline bench. So yeah, this should help any of you guys out there that may be temporarily dealing with a lower back injury, or possibly maybe just lower back fatigue from doing a lot of deadlifts or squats or whatever it is you're doing. Incorporate this into your workout. You're gonna find it feels a little bit different than doing a standard bent over row, and that sometimes is a good thing. I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalclineBodybuilding.com, and thanks to the patient supporters, and take care for now. And I will be putting up a video tomorrow because I'm putting up videos every day. Mountain.